Welcome to the Leftover Pizza Pod. My name is Kyle. You can follow me on Twitter at the Clutch Kid, and with me I have Cody Kelly. You can follow him on Twitter at DWKelly111. How's it going, Cody?
All right, man. It's all right. It's a beautiful Sunday. Early afternoon, almost.
Yeah.
Solid, solid.
Yeah, you do anything over this past week?
No. Nothing.
No. That's cool. That's cool, man. Have you watched the new Space Jam yet?
I did watch Space Jam. I watched it with the kids. Took me a couple tries to get through it, but in the end, I was satisfied, I think.
Me too. Yeah, it took me 2 tries to get through it. The
Yep.
first half was a little bit rough, but the second half came through, I thought.
Yeah, I think first half, just Bugs Bunny slandering LeBron James was about the only thing that carried that movie
Yeah,
through that first hour.
that was the best part for sure. I mean, the story they were trying to build with LeBron James as LeBron James, but not really who LeBron James is. That was pretty terrible.
Yeah, the basketball. Once the basketball game started, that's what we're here to watch. We watch Space Jam.
Yeah.
We watch Looney Tunes.
Be
play
Looney Tunes,
basketball.
man. Yeah, here to watch the Looney Tunes, be Looney Tunes, and do Looney Tunes stuff. Yeah, I think
Michael
wish
Jordan
that
cameo.
Yeah, I wish that. Yeah, Michael Jordan cameo was awesome. I knew that's who it was gonna be too. I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be awesome. I wish they had Pepe Le Pew in it, but it's alright. I understand they can't because I guess he's a bad guy or something.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
He's just a man with urges.
Right. I mean, what man isn't? We all have our own different types.
All right, what we got today?
What we got today is we have Reggie Bush. I don't know if you can read it or not, but he's not getting his Heisman Trophy again, even though the rules changed. We talked about this a little bit last week. The NCAA is not going to reverse the penalties on previously vacated records from past years based on recent changes to the name, image, and likeness. That went into effect this month, according to NCAA spokesperson. What do you think of this, man?
Man, I think it sucks for Reggie, but in the end, he still had the year he had. It didn't. It doesn't take away
Yeah, just
what everybody knows.
give the man the damn trophy, man. I think even Vince Young, according to Mac Jones, Vince Young said that he wanted Reggie to have the trophy that year.
Reggie Bush's year that year, he was probably everybody's most favorite to watch, most electric player in the whole country. And growing up, you were in high school that time, but there's a whole generation of kids where if they were going out, tossing the ball with their friends, they wanted to be Reggie Bush.
Yeah. Reggie Bush was the next thing. He was the next Barry Sanders. It's too bad he didn't translate into the NFL. I mean, he did do pretty decent in the NFL, but he didn't have the kind of year or career his college careers had. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I think in college he was just that much better than the players around him. But when you get to the pros, every player is that much better than the players around him
Right.
compared to college.
Right.
Everybody's good.
So what do you think about Saquon Barkley? Because he is kind of Reggie Bush-esque in the way that he runs in the NFL. And I've heard people talk about how he's not going to last because he just sets himself for too many big hits. to get taken out.
He is coming off an injury, so maybe. Um, I still am kind of in the wait and see mode with Saquon. I think he's got it in him. Have a good eight-year career of being a solid running back.
Yeah, Saquon's awesome. I love watching him play, man. He reminds me just of Reggie, but like a kind of college version of Reggie Bush,
But in the pros.
but in the pros. Yeah, it sucks for
Yeah,
Reggie. I wish he could get it, but I'm sure he's moved on by now.
yeah. It's been long enough. I'm pretty sure, based on NCAA's past, he probably wasn't holding out any hope that he was getting it back.
Yeah. Alright, let's move on. Next, we have AEW. They're risk losing their sponsor with Domino's Pizza among bloody Nick Cage versus Chris Jericho match. Did you watch this match?
I did watch it. It was on Wednesday night on TNT, AEW Dynamite. The main event was deathmatch wrestling match, which to see on live cable TV. That was something I wanted to make sure that I caught. And the sponsorship issue here that they're bringing up is Nick Gage took a pizza cutter and sliced Jericho in the head. Afterwards,
After the
they
match?
switched over. No.
Okay.
During the match. And then after that happened, they switched over to a Domino's commercial.
Wow.
And Domino's is apparently not very happy about, the joke.
I mean, you'd think they might have ran it by Domino's first before doing that, but I don't know, man. It's ballsy, especially with the death match type of deal. Like run it through their sponsors. Like, hey, is this okay? Because I think in the article it said they might be losing State Farm as their sponsor too.
On Twitter, PBR keeps hitting up AEW now. They're saying, hey, if you're losing sponsors, we'll come in. We'll give you some sponsorships.
I mean, PBR might be a better way to go with their type of wrestling than State Farm and Domino's. I mean, Domino's pretty good, better than Papa John's, but
Oh boy, we're a Papa John's family around here.
oh, I'm just talking about the controversy that Papa John's has had.
The Papa, he's set in his ways, I guess.
Yeah, apparently it's hard to change. It's hard to get certain words out of your vocabulary.
He's been saying them for so long, I guess.
It's just natural. Just natural to be racist for some people, I guess. Let's see what else we got next.
Real quick.
What you got?
Regarding this too, it was announced after the match that good old boy from WCW, Juventud Guerrero is coming back.
How old
for
is that guy right
A
now?
match with Jericho. I mean, Jericho was born 70s. He's in his 50s right now.
Jeez.
You would have to guess Juventud is. He's up there with him.
Man, well, how old is Rey? Rey Mysterio.
Ray isn't as old as people would think. Mysterio is.
I think he came into WCW at 19.
Yeah, it was crazy. He's 46.
He's 46. All
Rey
right.
Mysterio, yeah.
So Hoovie's probably around that age, maybe a little bit older. But still, being that
Yeah, it's
high in age and doing the type of high flying maneuvers that Hoovy does. When was the last time he wrestled? Did he wrestle in
46.
WWE or AEW after
Dude,
WCW?
I honestly don't remember. I haven't heard about him really anything. Not since. Looks like he did a little bit of TNA, 2000 to 2005. Um, Did a year stint in WWE. But other than that, not much big league type stuff. It's been a lot of the independent circuit.
So
And
Jericho's
now
got to
he's
win
getting.
this, huh?
Oh yeah, 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 for sure.
That'll be cool though. That'll be cool to see Hoovy. Is that going to be on TNT?
Yep, yep. Wednesday night, giving them some free publicity, I guess. But maybe they'll give us some sponsorships.
Yeah. Scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. Talk about you more. That'd be
All
cool though.
right.
Be nice to see
What you
Hoovy.
got? What you got?
We have a YouTube commenter. For those of you that want to watch us and listen to us on YouTube, you can search the Leftover Pizza Pod on YouTube and you can watch us there. We got a comment. Long time listener, first time caller here. I was just wondering what you guys think of these reports about Big Ben and his diet and or him being out or in shape. And what would you put the over under at for the Steelers win total? This is from Brett Ortiz. So there was reports about Big Ben and his diet coming out of his camp, but later on, Big Ben actually came out and said, "Nobody in my camp has talked about anything about a new diet. There hasn't been any new diet, or he's not trying to get in shape." So those reports were false. And besides, it doesn't really matter what kind of diet Big Ben's on. He's been big his whole career. He's won MVPs being big. All that really matters for Ben to be successful is if he's slapping his baloney every night. Because since he turned to
What?
Jesus, since he turned to Jesus last year, he did not do very well.
Slapping his baloney. Okay, okay. Um, there's a couple parts to this. What do we think about the reports of his diet? Honestly, I really don't care about Big Ben's diet. I don't trust his ability to either do the diet restrictions. I don't care. Part of what makes Big Ben, is that he is big. It's hard to take down. Uh, Defenders will think that, okay, I got my hands on him, I'll just take him down. Doesn't work that way with him.
Yeah,
That's the big thing. Yeah, with him, that's part of his game. And what is he gonna slim down? He's gonna get hit even harder. Gonna be hurt even more. I I'm not buying that. This next part, what would you put the over/under at for the Steelers win total this year?
yeah. What is do you know what FanDuel has them at? Or the sports books, I should say. We're not sponsored by FanDuel, so.
Yeah, well, I do know FanDuel Sportsbook has them at 8.5.
8.5 is the over under. What
Yes,
would you
and the over was plus 100. I believe the under, when I checked, was minus 120.
Okay, so the juice is on the under. What would you take? I know my answer, and I think I know yours. I think we're on the same boat.
They were off to a very, very hot start last season. Um, they still have most of their weapons coming back. They drafted that young stud running back to run the rock for them. Hopefully they'll improve their run game. Um, Connor he was kind of fizzling for him a little bit.
Yeah.
They have those young receivers outside. They still have Juju. Um, so offensively, I think they're almost going to be par with how they were. The biggest problem is their offensive line.
Yep.
Their offensive line, they did nothing to improve it. They a running back early with no lanes to run through. Okay. But yeah, it's going to depend on that offensive line. If the pieces they have can hold up, make some lane, and upright, are we looking at 9, 10 wins?
So you're taking the over?
I'm not giving an answer yet. I want to hear what you got to say.
All right. I am going to take the under, and here's why. So, what? Big Ben is 39, and he's pretty
Yep.
much looked like he's 39 years old. You know, on deep passes last year, Big Ben ranked 31st in completion percentage and 28th in passer rating last season. He ranked 26th in completion percentage among the 32 starters. So last year, the Steelers definitely benefited from an easy schedule. They had the what ended up ranking as the second easiest schedule in the league last year, and now this year coming in, uh, their projected strength of schedule is going to be the second hardest in the league. So, kind of with that, I'm expecting the under. Also, as you said, their biggest issue has been their offensive line, and they really haven't done anything to address the situation. Um, they ranked like 26 in the league in rushing offense, and Pittsburgh is they want to run the rock. Mike Tomlin, he wants to run the rock, and I don't know. Their starting offensive linemen, they have one person who the PPF has ranked in the top 120 on the offensive line. So I with that division they're in, they're going against the Ravens, they're going against the Browns, and
That's
assuming Burrow is going to be healthy, I mean, they don't really have much of an offensive line either. They also lost Bud Dupree to the Titans. So, and once they lost Bud Dupree last season, things kind of started to go downhill.
Yep, that's what I was going to mention up also. The division they are in, uh, the Browns, everyone's penciling them in as Super Bowl contender type team. Uh, they're expecting Baker to finally earn that next contract. And the Browns had a good year last year. Baltimore Ravens are one of the top teams in the league, respectively, year in, year out, basically the last 2, 3 seasons. They just added Justin Houston. So Justin Houston now gets that extra chance. We'll get Big Ben. He'll bring him down. They're, the over is it's enticing with the extra game this year.
Yeah.
There's an extra game to get to that 9 total. And with plus money, plus 100, do you take, the riskier one, try to double it? Or do you take that under? You take the under, and then it's kind of used as a bankroll. Build up that bankroll a little bit. Get ready for the big dogs, those big parlays, those anytime touchdown scores. Make a big bucks.
Yeah.
I think
And
when it comes down to it, 8.5. I think they're right about 8, so I would take the.
yeah, yeah, I see that too. And the only thing I feel like that I would be worried about is Mike Tomlin being their coach. So since 2004, the Steelers have had at least 8 wins. And that's including when Big Ben's been out and they had to start Mason Rudolph and Duck Hodges. you know, Tomlin's good.
Yeah.
He's a good
So
coach. He knows how to win pretty much with
I
any
have
team,
them
any
right at 8.
quarterback. So much like Bill Belichick, as long as they have him, I really wouldn't count them out of any game. But at the same time, with how they performed last year and how terrible Big Ben was at
On the stretch, down the stretch
at
of the season.
throwing down the stretch, I mean, because they didn't, their average like pass attempt or completion per yards was only like 5 or 6, between 5 and 6. So they were just throwing short passes, and then once everybody figured that out, no one played deep. They all just played short, and then they couldn't do anything on offense.
Yeah, for them to get over that 8.5, it's going to have to be on top.
Yeah.
It, that's what it's going to be. He's going to show off his big old coaching nuts and make the team win. I don't think they have it in them.
Yeah. Me either. We'll see though. So if we're wrong, Brett, go ahead and let us know. I'm sure you will. All right.
Let's do
Next.
it.
Oh, come on. Oh, let's see here if I can get this thing to work.
All right, what we got? So I
We
think
might not have anything because this thing is not working right now.
that's right. If we're going to Madden, we can go to Madden easy peasy here. I have issues. Okay, I saw this early on in the week. Here's it at. I'm finding it.
Now here we go.
Running backs in Madden 22, and obviously I am a homer. Okay, I'm going in with letting everybody know I am a homer. But here we got Christian McCaffrey, number one ranked running back in all of Madden at a 97 overall. Coming in tied for number 2 is Nick Chubb and Derrick Henry at 96 overalls.
Nick
Tell
Chubb.
me, what world, after last season, where Christian McCaffrey was out for however many games that you could put him over Derrick Henry? We're talking about the same Derrick Henry, okay, back-to-back rushing yards. Okay, last season, 2,000-yard rusher, double-digit touchdowns, offensive player of the year, and he still gets disrespected. And the reasoning that was given was because he doesn't catch the ball well, or his offensive line was too good at giving him holes. Which, to me, it's a cop-out. It's a cop-out for them just prioritizing maybe a receiving back, which, okay. But we're talking best running back. Which running back had the most rushing yards?
I feel you there. I feel you there. So, my guess for reasoning is so when you go to, say you're in Madden and you go to create a player and you create running back. If you put, say you have Derrick Henry, you want to create him, you're going to put what? His trucking, we'll just say 99. We'll say stiff arm, 99. We'll say break tackle, 99. And we'll say speed, 95. Put all those on the high end. But then that's not all it is for a running back rating in Madden. You have spin, which I don't really see Derrick Henry spinning. You got hurdle, which I think he might have hurdled one person or two, but he mainly just is a bruiser, which I'm totally cool with. And then, of course, you have the elusiveness and the juke to left or right, as well as the catching as well. I think you have all those low, whereas McCaffrey, you have those all pretty high, but you have the stiff arm isn't going to be as high. The break tackle probably is going to be around what Henry's break tackle is, and his trucking probably isn't going to be as high, but then you have all those other categories that are going to be way above it. And I don't know who's faster between the two of them. I really don't. But I think that would be the reasoning why McCaffrey's better, and I think a lot of it also has to do with the fact that this is turning into a fantasy football world, and we all know that Christian McCaffrey is going to pump out about 30 points, depending on your league settings, every game. Every game he plays, he's probably going to pump out 30 points.
Yeah. I can't. Not based on recency of what's happening. McCaffrey, okay, when he's playing, he didn't play. He hardly played last season.
Yeah, well, in Madden,
in and out, plays every year.
Yeah, in Madden, injury rating doesn't really affect the overall rating that much, unfortunately.
I mean, at least they did give Derek the 99 stiff arm.
Which I would hope so. I mean, he should have like 100 stiff arm.
95 break tackle, which ranks third behind Nick Chubb and Dalvin Cook. Christian McCaffrey doesn't even he's not in the top 10 in break tackle. Derrick Henry's got a 92 speed, McCaffrey 92 speed, so at least they got that for him. Here's his Swami EA. Here's his notes here about Derrick Henry and his ratings. Full notes. Henry has 9 fumbles the past 2 seasons. But due to how many carries he's got, he's still a 94 carry. He says he doesn't face more stacked boxes. Second in yards after contact, 10. Agility, change of direction, hurt his overall. Not much change of direction, he says. Offers nothing in the receiving game. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Don't want to hear it. And when this man, both considered, goes out this year with now having Julio Jones on one side, A.J. Brown over on the other side, even less stacked boxes, an extra game, and he's the NFL rush leader again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can definitely see that happening. Or they could be lightening the load on him this year with Julio. Maybe they'll try passing it more.
They do have a new offensive coordinator, so it's yet to be seen what they do with him that way. But I don't know. I think it's still going on play action, try to get.
Yeah. Well, they have another Madden rating I wanted to talk about. That a little Madden stat was Aaron Donald. is a 99 overall again, and this is the 5th year in a row he's been a 99 in Madden. Now I think that's pretty crazy. I don't even know anyone that's been back-to-back 99s. Even Brady has never been back-to-back 99. I don't think Antonio Brown has been back-to-back 99.
Mahomes had the 99 the last 2 years.
Oh, he has?
Yeah, we're talking about 5 years.
Yeah, as a defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Playing on the inside.
Crazier part, but he's arguing. But he knows Aaron Donald's a 99.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to go down, if he wins the Super Bowl, do you think he'll go down as the greatest defensive player in history?
Player might be hard. He'll definitely, he's up there, but I think it's hard to go down as the best defensive player in history. Our generation, for sure. For sure, but then even then, you got Warren Sapp. We got all the different, Michael Strahan had a good run for a while. Hugh Lewis. That's not even counting any of the defensive backs that have had crazy years in the past 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I understand all that. But Aaron Donald's getting 3 men put on him and still getting sacks. 3 grown professional men.
Yeah, pause. He's got 3 men getting the sacks.
Yeah.
That sounds hot.
Yeah, for sure. Well, speaking of Madden, we do have something we are going to be doing. So we are in a league. We're in a Madden league, and we are in the playoffs, and we're going to be playing each other soon. And so we decided we're going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and give out a Madden 22 copy to someone, since that's coming out in the next couple weeks. If you guys can correctly predict the score of our game and the winner. So if you guys can do that, but there are going to be a couple stipulations you're going to have to do. You're going to have to make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. And then we are going to put out a tweet here, probably after this podcast, with the rules and directions, and just retweet that. And retweet it with a picture or a screenshot of you subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure you're following our Twitter.
Perfect.
And then why don't you go ahead and use the hashtag LPP Madden giveaway. How's that?
Well, I like it. Yeah, so make sure you guess the score. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a spoiler. Don't have me as the winner, okay? Don't do it.
Here we go.
There we go.
So go ahead and do all that. Correct the guess score. This is the playoffs. I don't think Cody has beaten me in the playoffs in probably 2 or 3 years, but you have beaten me once this year. It's going to be difficult to correct the score because it just kind of depends on how I want to play the game. If I want to play serious or...
Yeah, and we're going to blind ourselves from these scores, basically. That way they don't influence us, oh, well, let me go for 2 instead of kicking the extra point and letting Joe Schmo get a correct score.
Yeah.
We'll play. We'll play.
Yeah, it'll be played, and I'll go ahead and stream it on my Facebook gaming channel. I'll go ahead and leave the link to that in the YouTube video info section, so go ahead and look there on YouTube, and then you can watch it live and see if your tweet wins. Go ahead and make sure you tweet that out before... Let's see here. When are you going to be able to play this, Cody?
No later than Thursday, I would assume. No later than Thursday.
All right. So
But
go ahead and tweet it
also
out
for the
before the
people
next podcast.
yeah, yeah. Um, and just keep in contact with our socials. Look up the Leftover Pizza Pod. Look it up on Twitter. Look it up on Instagram. Look it up on Facebook. We'll let you, followers on Facebook that don't have a Twitter, get on our Facebook post, share it, use the hashtag, do the score. We want to have fun with this, and we want to have as much shares, engagement, and hopefully give away Madden. That's basically the end goal. So let's have fun. You can watch me get spanked in the game, so that'll suck. But I do have Derrick Henry at 99 overall in that, so he's not getting disrespected in that one.
Yeah, and I traded away my quarterback and my running back, so I got Jacoby Brissett, and I don't even know who my running back is, but I do have Cheetah,
Good.
who is MVP. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So make sure you do everything we said, tweet it out, and we'll get in contact with the winner. And if there is a tie, it's going to be the first person to tweet. So,
Yeah.
all right, what do we got next?
Oh boy, yeah.
Tweet from Nick Moraldo. All right, let's take a look at this. Ooh. Look at that. Absolutely destroys this guy. Look at how much air he gets right there, man.
Bro, you seen, you go to the zoo and see kangaroos, those things look scary, okay? A kangaroo, it looks like some deformed human alien beast. I could not imagine that.
Yeah.
That thing. You're just trying to ride the bike. You're out here trying to race.
Well, look at the person afterwards. They're pretty much... they're dead. They're not even moving.
Oh my god. Kangaroo says, yo, fuck you, dude. Don't be riding your bike in my neighborhood.
Yeah. Dude, that's nuts.
Man.
He just takes him out. Good technique, good form. He looks like he kind of does a little double jump off of him.
If Big Ben was riding that bike, do you think the kangaroo would have took him out?
Yeah, kangaroo's pretty massive, man. Kangaroos are pretty massive, dude. Do you think it's payback for the video that came out? Yeah. The video that came out a few years ago. It's been a while, where the kangaroo was attacking this guy's dog, and he goes up to him and punches the kangaroo in the face, and then walks away. Just squares him up, dude. Do you think?
I like it.
Do you think you could take on a kangaroo to the death?
To the death.
Yeah. Who do you think would win if you got put in a pit and you had to survive?
I think a kangaroo would kick the shit out of me. Literally. I've seen a kangaroo jack enough times. No, mama can knock you out, okay? Dude, I'm not taking on no kangaroo. Maybe if we could script it a little bit and have a wrestling match.
Yeah.
Doesn't shoot on me. You know?
Some, yeah, dude. Some of those things are massive, man. I've seen some of them that look like freaking just Debo. They're just completely shredded. Like, what you gonna do, man? What you gonna do? I come and slap your girl's ass. What you gonna do? Nothing.
What about a kangaroo and DK Metcalf?
I don't know. DK's pretty ripped. That's a good one. I would go with the kangaroo still, just because of the claws it has.
Did they have preparation time?
What is he, Batman or something?
I don't know what DK does. I'll tag him in this video. Let's see what DK does.
Yeah, let's see if DK if he thinks he can take on a kangaroo. We'll say this kangaroo in this video. He's got some massive hops. He doesn't need no ripped kangaroo, just an average old kangaroo. If he thinks he could take him on.
I don't know.
That's awesome.
I like that video.
It's a good video. If you guys have any videos or anything you want to send us to talk about on the pod, you can either comment on our YouTube page or you can go ahead and tweet at us at the Leftover Pizza Pod, and that is at LFTOVR and then PIZZAPOD. So go ahead and tweet us your stuff, and we can go ahead and talk about them.
Yeah, make sure you guys follow us there. We've been having the Twitter page. I feel like it's been pretty fire, actually. We just don't got the followers yet to really enjoy our Twitter. Make sure you get in there, you follow us. And I want to have a nice little community where we can go back and forth. Send us goofy-ass videos. Send them on our links on YouTube. We'll go back and forth with you on YouTube. We'll go back and forth with you everything.
Yeah.
So just make sure you follow us. Make sure you share our stuff. You know, we want to have fun with this, man.
Yeah, let's do it, man. We're excited, especially when football season comes out. We are about to be pumped. I'm sure we're going to be doing more giveaways, so make sure you go ahead and keep a lookout on our Twitter for what to retweet, and we'll see you guys next week. Cheers.